Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we're back doing another Rivals of Ixalan Intermediate Swiss Draft League. Planning on taking the Lord here. Oops. There's also a Baffling End, and a Hunt the Weak, and a Squire's Devotion, all of which are pretty good. But I think the Lords, despite being two colors, are more powerful than removal. It's a really... especially... I guess there's the Neckbreaker one in Pirates, but the Mistbinder and the Vampires, they have a lot of little tokeny, cheap dudes. So the Lord effect is just super strong. And the fact that you can get multiples because they're uncommon, I just think they're really good. If it doesn't pan out, so be it. I miss out on some removal, maybe. And that's assuming I end up in those colors. So a good follow-up to our first pick is the Pioneer. The strongest card in this pack is probably Atsokan Seer, and I don't think it's that busted where I shouldn't take a Pioneer to go better with our first pick. No blue cards in here. Interesting to note. But Pioneer is a prime example of a common that goes really well with the Mistbinder. 5 power with a 3 mana common is very good. And yeah, like I said, the most powerful card is probably the Seer, and it's close enough to Pioneer, considering the Mistbinder, that we'll just take the Pioneer. Alright, so now there is Aquatic Incursion, which is okay. We could take the Crashing Tide. I think Incursion plays better than it looks, because it's certainly not an exciting card. But Crashing Tide is always going to be pretty good. There's a higher chance that we wheel the Aquatic Incursion too, which is nice. I think I'm going to take the Crashing Tide. I like that you can also protect your own guys with it. Pretty important, especially when you have a Lord. So we'll take the Crashing Tide. Hopefully there's also the Stalker in here too. If we wheel a Stalker or an Incursion, I'm pretty happy, but I'm going to get a Tide now. Silvergill Adept is a really nice card to get past. Definitely taking that. There's also a Jade Bearer in here, which would be nice, but sometimes these go really late. You never know, but Adept is just a really nice pickup for us. So here we have Augur, which I think I'm going to take. I've heard this compared to, but it's just like a 4-mana 2/2 draw card. I think it's better than that. Obviously, it gets great if you have any shuffle effects, but I think even without shuffle effects, drawing 3 and putting 2 back, your 2 worst cards in your hand back is just really good. Especially for an aggro deck of some sort. Granted, it's a little pricey, but I think it's just really good. I'm going to take it over Crashing Tide. Herald's always a good pickup. Kind of a all-star for this style of deck. And not much else in here anyway, so I like the Tuscadon a lot, actually. And the Martyr of Dusk is always good, but Herald is for us. 7th pick, Swift Warden. That is a gift. Excellent protection for Mistbinder as well. Just very good. Finally, a bit of a miss. So I like the Armisar more than the Cacophodon, so we'll still take a green card. We'll just take the Armisar over the Cacophodon. Artisan is good. Certainly playable. Traveler's Amulet would, I guess, give us a shuffle effect for the Augur, but we're going to take the Artisan. Also, deceptively good. Better than it looks. I don't know, maybe it looks good to you guys, but I wasn't blown away by it when I saw it, but it does play very well. So, we could take the River Darter. I think it's pretty unlikely I would play this. Might be more likely we'd want to plummet out of sideboard. It's pesky flyers. River Darter is playable, but certainly not great. And I think we're going to be able to find better merfolk along the way. Got that Incursion back, so I'm going to take that over the Plummet. I actually like Incursion. Getting the Jade Bear. Alright, this just came together really nicely. Got all the pieces wheeled that we wanted. Definitely take another Plummet. These are just really valuable to have out of sideboard. Well, second to last pick, playable green cards is a good sign. So I definitely think we're in the right archetype. Zatalpa Jeez. What else do we have? Not much else for us, unfortunately. I guess we take the Crashing Tide. It's a Hornswoggle, which is playable. Sworn Guardian, which we pretty easily wheel, I think. But I'll take a second Crashing Tide. I guess we have great creatures, but not much removal, so Crashing Tide should help with that a little bit, I would hope. But yeah, Zetalpa is actually pretty sweet. It's a good card. But we're going to take Crashing Tide. Also a Legion Lieutenant in here as well. Another Silvergill Adept. That is such a gift. We're going to take that over the Herald. Hard to pass up on a 2-drop, 2-power draw. It's really good. I actually really like Guardian. I think it's a really strong effect. I might just this isn't the problem is this is kind of a suboptimum deck for it because we're going to be aggressive. So I really don't want to do this. I just feel like we've got a better plan going if I just take a Crashing Tide, but this is a very strong card. I do really like Golden Guardian a lot. It's cool. I made a deck that was very successful with it, but I think it belongs much more in the mid-range and control, and certainly not aggro. But I mean, a 4-mana 4/4 defender is still good, and flipping it is not that difficult, but I'm going to take the Crashing Tide. So here, another Artisan seems fine to me. We'll take the Artisans. Get the Jade Bearer here. Yeah. Seems good to me. Oh yeah, Induced Amnesia. It's a tough card to actually play. Another Swift Warden, and it's late. This is... Merfolk is definitely open. We're in the right plan, and that makes me happy. So here, I think we're actually going to take the Naturalize. It's nice to have for sideboard. Corsair is a very good blue card. I just don't think we're going to play it in here. We've already got some Merfolk synergies. Swift Warden, Jade Bearer, Silvergill Adept, Mistbinder, Crashing Tides. We have a lot, actually. Even the Aquatic Incursion. I think a 2-drop, 2-power flyer is actually just good in general, but I think we're going to have enough cards so that are all Merfolk, so I'm just going to take the Naturalize and be happy that I have a good sideboard card here. So I could take Sworn Guardian. It's not very good, but a 3rd plummet does seem a bit excessive, so I think I am going to take it. That's a late Zealot too, by the way, but 3 plummets does seem excessive, I think. So we'll take the Sworn Guardian, but I don't think we're going to end up needing it. Could take Negate. Actually a pretty valuable card to have out of sideboard. I really would hope that I don't need another Sworn Guardian. I kind of don't even want to play the first one. There's a Hornswoggle in here, Highland Lake, if I want to splash for red. I'm going to take the Negate. It's a sideboard card I've used before to great effect. Mistcloaked Herald coming back, just once again, really just reinforcing that Merfolk is very open. I'm already going to remove the Sworn Guardian. It just seems highly unlikely that we would need it. It's just going to be there for emergency use only if we somehow don't end up with enough playables, which just seems very unlikely. So far, Merfolk has been open from both sides. Alright, I'm just going to cut another Sworn Guardian. So the downside of our deck currently is we're missing out on some bomminess. Mistbinder is our most bomby card. Other than that, I mean, our consistency is fantastic. We actually have pretty good evasion. Double Herald, Aquatic Incursion is nice for just pushing through damage. I think we're going to be able to find some more along the way. I'll take the rare, whatever. Cuts blue. Alright, well, it seems so unlikely I would splash for black. I'll just take the rare. I don't think we're playing that either. Someone can have a Canal Monitor. I suppose we are missing in the removal department as well, but I'm really hopeful out of pack 3 here we just get like infinite River Herald's Boon. I love that card. I'd probably play 5 of them if I could. Just super strong. Wow, Vanquisher's Banner. I love this card, and this really, really rewards us for playing all Merfolk. This is a fantastic card. And the beauty of this pack is, oh, I was going to say we're not passing anything of substance, but that's not true. Water Trap Weaver is fantastic. Possible to wheel it. This pack is actually relatively deep. I don't know if it's deep enough. Like, Mark is great. Freebooter's great. Thrash, Pounce, Opt, maybe. There might not be enough goods to get this Water Trap Weaver back, but it's a very easy Vanquisher's Banner. This card is fantastic. Very, very strong. Feels broken at times. Waker of the Wilds. Wow. Yeah, our deck is sweet. This is a bomb, and this card is fantastic, too. Very, very good to pick this up. I think we could maybe wheel the depths. I don't know. But happily taking Waker. So now there's probably Storm Sculptor, which is a fine card. It's not great, but it is cool with Adept, Jade Bearer, Pioneer, Artisans, Augurs. It's got just synergy galore in here, so we're gonna take it. So not much for us here. I could take the Dispersal. It's not quite a cancel, but I don't need any of these really. Playing New Horizons in a deck like this seems unnecessary. This might be a 17 land deck though, just because we have so much card draw. River Sneak is great. Ugh, River Herald's Boon too. Man, that's tough. That is really tough. They are both just excellent. Currently we have 3 Crashing Tides, and like I said, we probably don't want to play the Dispersal. I just love River Herald's Boon. I'm pretty tempted to take it over the River Sneak, but man, Sneak just puts people away too. This is really tough, actually. I mean, we don't have much removal, so getting this really powerful combat trick is pretty tempting. We basically have, what, 3 Crashing Tides? Yeah, we just don't have removal, so I think I'm actually going to take the River Herald's Boon. I think River Sneak is fantastically strong, but Boon just does really unfair things. So Deeproot Warrior, pretty easy pickup for us here. Otherwise, we could take the Depths of Desire, but Deeproot Warrior is one of the more premium 2-drop ones from this. I guess we could take the Deeproot Waters. We have the Banner and the Mistbinder, and we already have a ton of Merfolk. It's not bad. Turn all your Merfolk into an extra 1/1. I mean, we could go for it. All right. You do have to cast the creature to get the value from Banner, but I think that's okay. All right, here we'll take the Crash. It's a weird one. I'm just going to take it because I'm not going to play anything here. So this is technically a deck. Now it's just upgrades. We have basically, what, 16 creatures if you include the Incursion, which is fine. Another Crash we'll take. Spell Pierce, I guess. The only reason I'm really considering this 17 lands, I think this would be fine with 16 lands, by the way, is that the Banner is just huge card advantage. We have 3 Crashing Tides to draw cards. We have the double Adept. We have their Augur. We just have a ton of cards that draw cards. Plus, Waker of the Wilds certainly doesn't punish you for getting excess lands. So, I just feel like we have enough between card draw and use for mana. I think we're okay running 17. Well, I guess I'm not going to play a Daggertooth, so I'll take the rare here, which is kind of just a fun card in general. Alright, I'll cut the Thrash, I guess. Actually, maybe I could... It seems pretty unlikely I'd ever sideboard into that, but... we'll take the Keeper, but we're not going to play it. Take a Caller. Alright, so this is the deck. I think it's great. I think it's really, really good, really strong. So, I'm happy enough to play it like this. And we can... I guess we'll go 9/8 green, which they also say, so looks good to me. No complaints about this deck. Removal, I guess, could have been better, but we have combat tricks, which are in an aggro deck just as good, sometimes better than removal. So, all right, here it is. See you round one.